In this session, we will be looking at nouns, one of the part of speech. Let's say probably the first part of speech. Okay. So what are nouns? Nouns are names of person, places, animals, or an idea. Okay. We're going to look at the different types of nouns. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of nouns here. The first one, a proper noun. Now what's a proper noun? A proper noun names of individual persons, places, or things. Now what you need to remember in a proper noun is 1, it will refer to a specific item, one of a kind. 2, it will always begin with a capital letter irrespective of where you place it in a sentence. So let's look at examples. Oreo, Kerala, Shakespeare, Nike. These are all proper nouns. So what are common nouns? The second one. Now these are nouns that are commonly used for all persons, places, or things of the same category. So cookie is a common noun, but Oreo is one kind of a cookie. That's what I said, one of a kind, right? City, common noun. Kerala is one city in India. Poet, common noun. Shakespeare is one of the poets. Shoe, common noun. Nike is one of the brand. Okay? Let's move to the third one, a collective noun. A collective noun is where a word represents a group or a collection of single individuals considered as a complete whole. So for example, herd, class, jury, committee. So these are a group representing single individuals within that class. Okay? Material nouns. Material nouns are where the nouns denote a substance or a material with which things are made. So silver, gold, stone, wood, sugar, water, oxygen, all of these are material nouns. Abstract nouns. Abstract nouns again are nouns that are names given to a particular quality, state, or action. So another thing that you need to remember in abstract nouns is it cannot be perceived by any of our 5 senses, right? And it is only considered on continuous observation, right? It is understood on continuous observation. So poverty, youth, pleasure, cleverness, these are all abstract nouns, all right? Let's take a look at noun gender. Now we all understand, we're familiar with mostly 2 types of genders, male and female, but there are other genders as well. So let's look at these examples. Horse refers to an animal and actor refers to a person. So here, horse is my masculine gender of an animal and actor is my masculine gender of a person. So horse and actor are my male or masculine genders. So the female version of horse is mare, and for actor it's actress. So mare and actress is my feminine or female gender, right? So I can have boy, girl, father, mother, brother, sister. All of these are masculine and feminine gender, other examples. So, but we have a gender which is common to both male and female. So in that category, I will have babies, students, spouse. I can also have professionals, so teachers, dentists, doctors, chef. All of that will come under common gender. We have the last category, which is the neuter gender. It does not refer to either male or female. It mostly refers to non-living things, lifeless objects, right? So hospital, knife, pen, book, all of these are neuter gender. So there we have our 4 kinds of gender. Alright, we're going to look at something called personification. What is this? The act in speech or writing where inanimate objects or quality are given human or near human characteristics. Now, when this happens, it is personified and it takes up either the male or female version. So let's say nouns that are remarkable for their strength, greatness, superiority are regarded as male. So sun, summer, winter, death, thunder, storm, wind, time, all of these are male. And nouns that are remarkable for their beauty, fertility, inferiority, grace are regarded as female. Moon, stars, and even qualities like love, virtue, nature, earth, and also the names of trains or machinery, all of that are female. Let's look at some examples. The fire ran wild. So here we know that fire cannot literally run, but in this sentence, fire is personified as a person running, right? So fire here is male. So fire ran wild. Let's look at the second one. The stars danced playfully in the moonlit sky. The stars danced playfully in the moonlit sky. Again, stars cannot dance because they're not human, but they are given a human or near human characteristic. So fire, stars here dancing, okay? The moon winked at me through the clouds above, right? Obviously, again, the moon cannot wink, only a person can wink. So the moon here again is personified to be a person. The stars are personified to be human. And the fire also is personified to be a man running wild. So this is personification, and this is mostly used in writing and speech. Poets use this just to intensify or bring dramatization to their speech and writing. We're going to take a look at noun numbers. Now generally when the noun refers to one thing, it's singular. When it refers to two or more things, it's plural. Okay, so let's look at certain examples. Now usually the noun adds s to the end of a word to make it plural. So book becomes books. Alright, now with words ending with s, x, ch or sh, you just add es to make it plural. So for example, dish will become dishes, class will become classes, and watch will become watches. So for a word with x, box, boxes. So you add es to this to make it plural. Now words that end with y preceded by a consonant. Okay, what you do is you replace the y with ies. So party will be parties. Okay, and with words that end with y preceded by a vowel, pray. Again, all you have to do is add s to make it plural. So this will be pray, praise, or stay, stays. Now words that end with o preceded by a consonant will have to be included with es. So potato will become potatoes. Tomato will become tomatoes. Now, for further formation of plural nouns, I would want you to refer to your trainee guide. Noun case. That's what we're going to take a look at. Now, the relationship of a noun to other words in the sentence, whether it changes its form or without changing its form, is called the case of a noun. In the English language, there are generally 5 cases. Let's take a look at them. The nominative case. The nominative case is where the noun is the subject of the verb or the subject to the verb. In this example, Ram is an intelligent boy. The noun is the subject of the verb is. Ram is an intelligent boy. The second one, accusative case. Now in this case, the subject is the direct object to a verb or a preposition. Let's look at this example. Hari fixed the car. Now I know my subject is Hari, fixed is the verb. The car is the direct object of Hari's action of fixing. So that is an accusative case where the noun takes up the direct object either to a verb or a preposition. The third one, dative case. Now, a transitive verb has two objects, a direct object and an indirect object. Now, usually in this example, give me bread, the noun that is immediately following, or the subject that is immediately following the verb, is our indirect object, which in our case is the dative case. And the object that is succeeding after it's the second object, that is our direct object, which is the accusative case. Remember we said accusative case is when it takes up the direct object of to a verb or a preposition. So here, the first object after the verb give is my indirect object, and that is my dative case. So this is in dative case. This is my direct object, which we already saw is our accusative case. Yeah, clear? Vocative case. A vocative case is where a noun is used to call or address a person or persons. So in this example, I'll see you next Tuesday, Giri. So Giri is the one who's been spoken to or addressed or called to. So in this case, we are informing Giri that he or she is gonna see Giri next Tuesday. So this is a vocative case. A possessive case is usually seen when I add the genitive sign to the noun, which expresses possession or ownership. Alright, so Shiva's haircut is awesome. So we're talking specifically about the haircut that belongs to Shiva. So it expresses possession there. It's his haircut. Shiva's haircut is awesome. So these are the 5 cases. Let's take a look at omission in the possessive case alone. So let's take a look at some of the instances where the genitive sign is omitted in the possessive case. Alright, the first one. So whenever a singular noun, the last syllable begins and ends with S, then I don't need the genitive sign to follow. So if you take a look at this, Jesus is preaching. So here, Jesus, 2 syllables, right? So the second syllable or the last syllable begins and ends with S. Then I don't need to use the genitive sign in the possessive case. Same way here, Moses' laws. Moses, first syllable, second syllable begins and ends with S. So I omit the genitive sign. In instances where all plural nouns that end with S, also I don't need to use the genitive sign. So here, example, horse's tails. Plural noun ends with S, I omit it. Birds' nests. I don't have to use the genitive sign. Plural noun ends with S, there you go. Now, whenever a singular noun, the last syllable ends with CE or S, it's usually followed by the word sake. So here I will write conscious' sake, goodness' sake. So in a sentence, when I say, for goodness sake, would you just listen to me? So in that sentence, I will not write the genitive sign. I will just say goodness' sake. For goodness' sake, please listen to me. So these are the instances where the genitive sign would be omitted in the possessive case. So we've covered nouns, which is the name of person, place, thing, or an action or an idea. Right? We looked at the types of nouns. We also looked at the noun gender, case, and numbers. We also looked at the omission of the genitive sign in the possessive case. And don't forget to refer to the trainee guide to understand the formation of plural numbers. So that's it for now. See you in the next session.